was good to be back home. I was proud of the way our guys played. I thought they came out and played with a lot of effort. I don't think we had a penalty, which was a big focus during the week. Something that we talked a lot about, and other than the first series when we threw the pick on the trick play, we didn't have a turnover. So that was good. We talked a lot about in the last 3 weeks doing a lot of things that had beaten ourselves. So got contributions out of everybody. Thought the defense played really, really good. Got some turnovers, short field for the offense, got a blocked punt, short field for the offense, and the offense was able to take advantage and grind it in and put points on the board. So it was a complete victory. Happy for the guys. We'll continue to work. Just now get ready to go to Virginia and play the next one.
Paul, it seemed like the defense really came out and set the tone today and really shut down their rushing game.
Yeah, I thought that we played really good. You know, when a team really can't run the ball, it makes it tough on them. And their quarterback was a guy coming in that we knew that, you know, he liked to look at one guy and then pull it down. And I thought our guys did a good job staying in their lanes and not getting hurt with him scrambling and running the ball as well.
Can you talk a little bit about the offense today? I mean, I don't think you attempted a pass other than that trick play until 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes
Well,
left
the
in the
way they were
second
playing,
quarter.
there was really no use. They weren't supporting that hard out of the secondary, at least not play side early on. And we felt like we had a little something going with the option game. We was trying to get the B-back going early and did. And there really wasn't any reason to throw it.
Coach, can you just touch on the success of the offense in the triple option?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Can you just touch on the success of the offense today?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that the offensive line, at least the first group, did better. I mean, they played better. We didn't have the penalties. We didn't have the motions. We didn't have all the things that set us back. And, you know, we got our B-back started a little bit. And the nature of the way they lined up kind of helped us with that some. And then once we got going, they were forcing the quarterback to run the ball. And, you know, they were making first downs and moving the change, yeah.
Well, you made some changes with the coaches, sending Ted upstairs, and you had Mike on the sidelines. What went into those changes?
Well, I just wanted Mike to come down on the sidelines because the offensive line just to be down there. I mean, we've got so many guys hurt, and I just wanted him down there for what he's been doing. It didn't matter where he was. Actually, Ted asked me to go up there. I didn't, you know, I didn't say go up there. He asked if I minded if he went up to the box. And I'm like, no. When I was the coordinator, that's where I always went. You get away from everybody. You know, it's quieter. You don't have to ask people to move. I don't care where guys go, the coordinators. I mean, it's like I said, when I was the offensive coordinator, I called the game from the box. I could see better. I think he felt like that he wanted to go up there where we could see.
I'm sorry, I thought he thought you should go up.
No. You know, I probably could call the game better from up there.
Were you pleased with Vad's decision-making in the option today?
Yeah, I think so. I think that he and Justin both did a pretty good job. Justin sometimes will still force plays, and he got away with it a couple times today. But, yeah, I think that it surprised him a little bit that there was so much running room in it, and he had to get adjusted to it. But, yeah, I mean, I thought that they played well.
You saw the less is more approach that you talked about earlier this week, not trying to force things.
Yeah, I think we didn't run a whole lot of plays. We probably ran 6 or 7 plays, but we won't have as many missed assignments, and you know, the execution was a little better, especially with the first group. The second group went in there. Now there's some all over the place, but that's to be expected.
Coach, I know it came early in the game, but how big was Milton's block, and what kind of a threat does he pose to opposing
Well,
teams?
it was huge. I mean, anytime you block a kick, you know, I've coached for a long time, 30 some odd years, and I could count on one hand the games I've lost when we block a kick. It's such a momentum changer and such a, and we got such a short field. We were up 21-0 and really hadn't had to have a long drive. We'd gotten great field position. We squandered the first series with field position. You know, we had a guy so wide open, and we threw it to the one guy they covered.
Can you talk a little bit about Justin? And I mean, he had a couple nice runs and finally got to show his
Yeah,
wheels.
he's quick. I think that when he accelerates and comes off, you can see his quickness. And, you know, he finally got a chance to get out in the open field and run with the ball. His ball security needs a little work, but he's a, you know, we've said all along that he's a pretty good player. I don't know what he ended up with, but, yeah, 95 yards. Yeah.
Well, we talked earlier in the week about Paul Davis making a push for more playing time and so forth, and it looked to me, I wonder if you agree, like Quayshawn today played like a guy who knew he was being pushed.
Yeah, I think
Competition.
Quayshawn played probably his best game. He made a great interception and he made some plays. And what happened was, PJ and Anthony Harrell started on the base stuff, and then Quayshawn and Brandon were the linebackers on the nickel. So they both were kind of playing, and PJ got to play a little bit more. And then towards the end, we played more base than nickel.
You got some good blocks today from some of the A-backs. I believe it was St. John on Vad's touchdown, and Perkins had a good block on Robbie Godhai's run.
St. John's done a nice job blocking for the most part this year. It was good that he finally, he got a pitch and got a touchdown because he's been blocking well. So I was happy for him that he got to carry it and get a score because he's done a pretty good job all year blocking.
You touched on it before, but I thought the offensive line, particularly the tackles, did a real good job kind of sealing lanes and creating alleys. Is there anything different that you did this way? I mean, is it just that they played a better game and were cleaner? How do you explain their performance?
Well, it's a different alignment, different defenses and different players and different, there's a lot of things that go into it, but, they were playing a double eagle defense and there was only a 3 technique and we were doubling the guy. So his chances of getting out of there weren't real good. So that part was sealed. We didn't do a good job sometimes coming off on the backside linebackers.
How important was this when, after the frustrations of the last 3 games and how close you guys have been, but just coming up short? And
you want to win every game you play. It's like I was telling somebody after, I think I told Mike, the highs of winning aren't near like the lows of losing. And, I've been fortunate in my career. I haven't lost a lot. So it's like nobody likes it. I don't like it. The coaches don't. Nobody likes to be around me when I'm losing, I promise. So it's good to get back on the right track. Maybe now we can string some together.
The second half of the BYU game and then this game, is this a sign that the defense is kind of growing comfortable in Coach Roof's scheme?
I don't know. We've played at spots. We've played pretty good on defense all year. At times we played good. Other times it's like everything else. We certainly played well the second half at BYU, and we played well today. That's for sure.
With the play calling in the first half, with all the run plays, with the sort of thing where did you plan to have a ratio like that, or was it more that you didn't see any reason to throw the ball since they were?
I just look out there and see how they're playing and call the plays. Now, I don't have any set notions that I'm going to throw it X amount of times or run it X amount of times. It's just kind of what it was dictating. We were making, we really didn't have many third downs. We didn't get to third down much. So it was, as long as you're churning out 7, 8 yards a pop, there's no use to get behind schedule throwing it unless they're playing hard and you're trying to hit big plays. And I think you saw what happens when you can run the ball well on the play action. Guys are wide open behind people because you kind of, run them into oblivion.
Anybody else? Okay, thanks.
Okay, yep.